Yo, what's good, everybody? Got another Beers with Barton. It is Friday, April something. I don't even know. April 22nd, I believe. And we just got back from Greensboro about an hour or so ago. We went up there yesterday, watched Hamilton. Amazing. Holy moly. Ended about 10:30 at night, so it was late. But then this morning we woke up. We were like right in downtown, so we had a cool restaurant for some breakfast in the morning. Kind of walked around. We were able to leave our car parked at the hotel we were at for the day. And then we were all within walking distance. We were about less than half a mile. Our hotel was actually right across the street from minor league baseball. There's a rooftop bar where you could actually see down onto the field. That was cool. Pool, all that good stuff. Like I said, we walked. There's a restaurant last night that was like 2 blocks from our hotel, and then the theater that we saw Hamilton at was maybe 3. I mean, it's less than 10-minute walk. Anyways, cool restaurant spot this morning for breakfast. Really cool. And then checkout was at 12, so we kind of we slept into almost like 9:30, 10. Went and got breakfast. We checked out right at like noon. And there's some museums and stuff. So I said, hey, let's just walk around. I mean, we can leave the car parked. We have nowhere to go. So we ended up walking around and found there's a civil rights center. And it's actually the place in the early 60s where the 4 black college students did the sit-ins at Woolworth, the lunch counter. And we actually it's a museum now. So you walk in, it's set up the same way it was. It's the original, not set up. It's not a prop. Like, it is now a museum, obviously. And it was a pretty cool piece of history. One of the coolest things is Michaela actually knew a lot of this history, a lot of all the other stuff of the civil rights, which is really cool. North Carolina schools are doing a good job teaching that. Growing up in California, it wasn't as central as it would be out here in the South. So that was cool. And we just walked through, probably spent 2.5 hours just walking through. They had like videos and Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, and I forget her name, Helen something, of a white woman who was such a big part of ending apartness in South Africa with Nelson Mandela. So it was a really cool afternoon. We spent the afternoon doing that, and we walked over to a brewery. It was called Happy Monger, and that was cool. We spent about an hour. Hour and a half or so, and met a lady who just moved here from California, Southern California, with her 2 little dogs, and talked to her for a while. It was pretty cool. And then we headed back home, picked up Potter. So it was a great day, really good weekend. Watching Hamilton was one of the coolest experiences of my life. Just from I'm not a play or a musical person. That's not my thing. But this was just different. It's so well done. The actors were casted perfectly. And it was really cool. It's a long play. It's 3 hours with a 15-minute intermission, so it's a long night, but it goes by because it's so just well done. So we all enjoyed it. We had a good time. So we're back home. We're chilling. It's only Friday. It feels like I've been off for a while. It's only been like 24 hours since I was off. We already had an adventure and came back. So going to relax tonight, enjoying this beautiful weather, and then maybe watch a movie or something tonight. Looked at the weekend, so grabbed a beer a couple days ago. This one's chocolate raspberry Yeti, called The Great Divide. And I thought this is appropriate since we went to the civil rights movement. And there's definitely a great divide in our country. It certainly was back in the 60s. I mean, obviously there's still, divides in areas and places, not to go down that road. But still got to continue to equalize things and get better. But I thought, the great divide that we have. And, Michaela said something so intelligent. We'd been at the museum for just a couple minutes and kind of walked down to the first display, and there's just a video, and it's kind of 2 people talking about what you're going to walk through, what you're going to see, what things meant. It's about 10 minutes or so, and just some of the things they say and how they say it is, they used to, obviously have segregation, and then even at beaches, they would have like one area for colored people, one area for white people, as they said, and then even out into the water. It was just, it just makes me laugh at just the stupidity. But Michaela looked at me at one point. We've had these conversations before and said, I can't comprehend or understand why people would treat people differently because of the color of their skin. We're just all people. So, proud dad moment. She's 11. That just makes me proud to know that she doesn't view people. I mean, she obviously can tell the difference. I'm not saying she doesn't see that, but it's not a judge factor. I think I told a story a while ago of I asked who her friend was at dance, and she gave me all these descriptors: long hair, is brown hair, she's tall, all this stuff. And I was like, sorry, sweetie, I don't know who she is. Her very last descriptor was like, oh, she's black. And there was only one black girl on her team at the time, a team of 6. So I was like, okay, it's her last descriptor, not her first. So I think we're doing better with the next generation. I thought it was pretty cool. Definitely some eye-opening stuff. Obviously, I know about a lot of the civil rights. I've read up about it. I do enjoy history, and I understand, Martin Luther and all that stuff. But to walk through, especially here in Greensboro in the South, where a lot more prevalent, obviously, than the West Coast, to see it, the real life stuff that happened and where these things did and what some of these people had to go through to be the first to just get very basic, simple rights. It was a cool experience. I got to experience with my family, and to see Michaela kind of know and knew the names of like people. The first girl, Cindy something, or I may be messing her name up, of who went to school in Mississippi, and she knew all this, and it was pretty cool. So she definitely has that knowledge base and can continue and push this forward, and just celebrate and appreciate other people's other cultures. We're all people, obviously, but just other cultures and the struggles that others have gone through, and continue to be advocates for them, as well as just humans in general. So it was cool. It was a great day. I know I'm rambling, but really enjoyed it. It was really cool to see it through Michaela's eyes. I was very, very appreciative of not only where she lives and her experiences, but just how they're teaching these types of things in school. So there's some background and knowledge and appreciation. So anyways, cheers. Love the trip. Greensboro is great. It's about an hour north from us, hour and 10 minutes. So the Great Divide, hopefully we continue to close it, but appreciate the time with my family. These are the things I'm making memories. Jessica and I, of course, continuing down our long history of making memories, but also with our daughter Michaela, and something like this was just really special and just kind of a cherry on top. Unexpected. We obviously didn't, I didn't even know that museum was up there. I didn't even put it together. That's where the Woolworth sit-in was. So it's pretty cool. So cheers to the Great Divide. Let's close it. Ooh, holy cow, it's delicious. I may have to save some of this for Mrs. Beers with Barton. And then on a side note, they had a display, and you weren't supposed to take pictures, but I snapped a couple quick ones. There is, I'm going to butcher this, but someone who was out here, he was a prince in Nigeria, and found something or did something, I'm not 100% sure, but a buddy of mine is from Nigeria that I worked with, and so I got to share with him, and he thought that was cool. So just continuing to share this stuff, but enjoyed it. Greensboro was great. We'll definitely be back. And, again, like I said, got to experience this with my daughter, which I thought was pretty cool. And from there. So, all right, guys, until next time. Deuces.